So if a true love you couldn't find in a dance hall.
Telephone music.
Yeah. So that's his room where he was confined. That's his bed. And he's in this room by himself. And from the story, the room stinks. The room smells a lot. And there's a journalist. And you can see the flies. You see that is the food they gave him to eat. Now you can see his scalp has some lesions on his scalp. I believe it's either dirt or maybe some kind of psoriasis or maybe some kind of fungal infection on his scalp. So it depicts the story of this boy, and the belief is what I want to point out. Many years ago when I was growing up, the belief in our village was just like this. Everybody, the population of the village was only less than 1,000, and everybody believed in witchcraft. Any disease process in the village is caused by witchcraft. Any death was caused by witchcraft. Any mishap is caused by witchcraft, and that's it. So if you are sick, you go to a juju man. If you are sick, you go to a herbalist, or they take you to a spiritualist to pray for you. The hospital is the last resort. Now my brother was stricken by polio, and he had polio when he was about 2.5 years old, and he couldn't walk. He started crawling. He was playing football with his friends, just crawling. So the elders came together. This is witchcraft. So they take him to the juju man. And when you go to the juju man, they tell you that they can fix the problem. They don't tell you they can't do it. They say they can do it. Now, in the process, if the patient dies, it's due to the witchcraft that's taken over the patient. If they're successful, they've done a good job. They take the credit for it. And there's no way they can prove, anybody dare to prove whether they've done a good job or not. Because when you die, the devils have taken away your life. The life expectancy in the village is 55 to 65. As I speak right now, all my childhood friends are dead. They're all gone. They all died very, very early from simple things like malaria, anemia, malnutrition. The village was a small village, and it was, you can start it now. It was made of mud houses. All the houses are mud houses. They were just strong and put in the forest. And the roof was thatched. If you have a bit of money, you have an aluminum roof. It's like a aluminum roof ceiling. So if you go and see the village, anybody's aluminum roofing has a bit of money. The floor is mud. If you have money, the floor is concrete. My father had a bit of money, so we had aluminum roof and concrete floor. There were no many cars in the village. There was no TV, we had a radio, no electricity. The nightlife was very scary. I mean, if you've been to Africa before, at 6 o'clock, it goes dark very, very fast. And if you look at our astronomy in the village is limited. There's only moons and stars only. Sometimes you see many shooting stars. Now sometimes in the village you see meteors, and they fall, they burn as they enter the sky, and they fall in the park. Anytime we saw that, it's a witchcraft. Right? It's a witchcraft. So we see a star, we see a meteor, and they fall nicely, it's a witchcraft. So the village has very little, to go with. In the night, the rooms are small rooms, windows are very small, and it's hot. And can you imagine yourself sleeping in a small, hot room with mosquitoes all around you? So you fight the mosquitoes, and you sleep, and they bite you. And at the end of the day, in the morning, you have minimum mosquito bite. Thank God, the body's immunity, the more you get bitten, the more immunity you get, sometimes it overwhelms you and it can kill you. So that is the backdrop of the village. Now, how do you move from that environment of superstition, of poor health? How do you move from that environment to here? Because people see you now and they don't really know what you've been through. They only see you now, they don't see you like here. But what you've been through, nobody knows. I know Jeff, tell me his story, and you see Jeff right now, Jeff has been through a lot of stuff. But nobody knows, he doesn't tell you, you can't tell. So a lot of people have things, and you meet people and they want to be like you, but they don't want to go through the extra mile to be like you. And the purpose of the book is to tell people that it's not very easy to be somebody. You have to take the steps. You have to go through the motion to be somebody. So how do you adapt? How do you move from one extreme world to the present life? How do you, what's the process? How do you overcome all the problems and the challenges that you meet on the way? And it's all depicted in the book. Now, I want to introduce certain people who may have read the book, and when I call their name, they'll come here and they come and share the story. They come and share the experience with me, and they want to tell us how the book relates to their life. Now, I'll begin by introducing my family, and I will call upon my wife first, and I'll ask her to come forward and tell us how, what she feels about the book and how the book relates to her experience with me and with, don't talk too much.
Hi. First of all, I want to say thank you for everybody coming tonight. It means a lot to me and my family, and we're so blessed. Yeah, like this book. I mean, I didn't know when he said he was writing a book, like what was going to happen. So I personally didn't read the book until it was published. So we were off to Mexico on a vacation, and that's when I read the book on the plane, on the beach, by the pool, and this guy does not swim. So I was like, if this book says anything in it that I don't like, we might have to go into the ocean and have a nice long swim. But anyways, it was, I can't even explain when I read the book. I felt like so many emotions because, when I met him and he said, come to Africa, I was like, okay, this is like another trip. But it really wasn't. It was very eye-opening, very humbling, and he took me to the village. And, we went on a long ride in this big Hummer and bumpy roads, and I played a lot of loud music. And, as we were going, I was like, wow, like this is really Africa. And I hope we can get back. So we got to the village after 3 hours, and, he was so cute. He just took me there and took me into the village and showed me, okay, this is the house where I grew up. And then we just started a journey that I will never forget, because as we started in the house, and then we went to the church, and which is like right there, and then we went to the school, and then I'm like, okay, where's the bathroom? Like, where did you go? And he's like, over there in the bush. And I'm like, wow, like, and then he took me to where he lived with his father, and there was a house with 3 doors, and then another house right across. And he said, yes, this is where lived my father. And my father had 3 wives. And, you know, we lived in, I think, the 2nd door with my mom, and he has all these siblings, and I was like, wow, that is so cool. But then later on I thought, maybe that's not so cool. Anyway, so, because this is like, could be a problem. But anyways, we overcame that, and we're here today. But the culture is just so amazing. I mean, you go to Africa and the people want to dance and they're happy and they don't think about work and stress. And the culture has moved me. And I feel 3 wives. Well, 5. Okay, so now, right. And so I love these people. Like, it has changed my life. And I'm happy to go to Africa and bring my family and my daughter. And, you know, we have Mercy in the house, so we have Africa in the house every morning. And I have embraced the culture, and I love it. It has changed my life completely. And I feel so blessed every time I get to go there, every time I hear my husband on the phone speaking the yakety yakety yak every morning, you know. I have no idea what he's saying, but it's okay. So anyways, I hope if you read the book, you will enjoy the journey as much as I did. And I think the most important thing for me was about his mother. Because I'm a mother, I'm a lover, I'm all about like those things, right? Sunshine and happiness, and I don't watch the news and yoga and all this stuff. Like, I feel like I really got to understand about his mother because, you know, she's no longer here, and I think that it was just a beautiful journey and a step inside of her world that I didn't know. So congratulations, we love you, and we can't wait till the next book. So.
All right, thank you very much. Now I have 4 kids, and all my kids have nicknames. Yeah, they have nicknames. My first, I will start with a little one, and I will move to a big one. The little one is called Small Chipmunk. Small Chipmunk. What is Small Chipmunk? Is she here? She's somewhere running around. She's only 4 years old, and she wants to be a doctor. So sometimes I go on my rounds with her doctor coat, kids, doctor coat. There you go. Chipmunk, come. She says she wants to tell me something. Come on. So that's a small chipmunk. Oh. Oh. Say something?
Congratulations.
Oh. All right, well, okay, that's okay. All right, so that's much more. My next kid is the real chipmunk. And she came to the United States frozen in a cargo ship, in the cargo section actually of the Indian Airlines. And currently now if you want to read the details are in the book. Why she's frozen, why she was brought as a cargo. So you can find out the details in the book. Currently she's in DePaul University, she's pre-med, she wants to be a dermatologist. So meet Big Chipmunk.
Okay, hi guys. So I just want to say that reading this book really gave me perspective of how lucky we are to grow up in America, and we have so much on our hands. There's no excuse really not to work hard, and I really appreciate you motivating me to work hard every day and make something for myself. So thank you.
My next kid is called Skin. And Skin, I brought him to the United States when he was 7 years old. And he was staying with his, one of his uncles, and he was very malnourished, poorly fed. And then when he came, I was a resident. And one day he asked me, "Hey Dad, when can we go on vacation?" And I said, "I can't afford it." Because when he went back to school, anytime he went back to school, his friends talk about they've been here in this place, they've been on vacation, they've been all these places, and he had nothing to talk about because he hasn't been on vacation. And I was a resident, I couldn't afford it. So, what can we do? Anyway, he went through the motions of education effortlessly. And currently, he's a medical student in the final year, University of Illinois. He'll be completing in April next year. So he wants to be an orthopedic surgeon. So I made Skin, and that's him.
I have a few words to say. First of all, I just want to thank everyone for coming here to support our family and my dad in this milestone. My name is Ed, John's son. All right. So I remember when my dad first said he was writing a book. Honestly, I was pretty skeptical. This is a guy that, before 5 a.m. he's awake, working on his computer. He's managing a private practice. He's got a fish farm. He's got a metal factory here, and all these other projects going on. So I honestly didn't think there were enough hours in the day for him to get this done, but he definitely proved me wrong. So the relationship I have with my dad, it's a little different than most people. I first met my dad when I was 7 years old. I remember I was living with my Uncle Joe, and he asked me, so would you want to live with your mom in the UK, or would you want to come to the United States to live with your dad? And obviously I chose the latter, and my life has never been the same since. Sometimes I think of what my life would be like if I was still in Ghana. Think about the challenges that I'd be going through. Some of my cousins who are back in Ghana right now are going through those challenges right now. And those really pale in comparison to what my father has gone through. Growing up in a village, no electricity, no running water, studying by candlelight. I think about myself in that same situation, and I don't know if I really would have been able to make it out of there. The determination, the perseverance to make it through that, mind-boggling. Lastly, I want to talk to you guys about lastly, I wanted to thank my dad for documenting his story. I've actually learned more about my father by reading the introduction of the book than I have in the past 20 years I've known him, unfortunately. But I'm proud to say that he is my father. One thing I am taking away from the book is, in the book you say that your parents were the rate determining step that helped bring you to where you are today. And today I'm proud to say that you're not just the rate limiting step, but you are the catalyst that has helped me become the person I am today. So I want to thank you, and I just want everyone out there who reads the book to know that in this journey of life, you're going to have some highs and lows, and in those lows, it really makes you who you are. You know, I just want to propose a toast to everyone. If you have a drink in your hands, I want to. All right, we'll do the toast later.
Yeah, but thanks. I have to give him an experience of Ghana a few years ago, and I had to send him to an orphanage in Begro in the eastern region of Ghana to go and stay with the orphans for 2 weeks. And the orphanage was just like a village experience. So there was no running water, there was a lot of mosquitoes, and he stayed with the orphans for 2 weeks just to know how he feels, how fortunate he is to be in America. So he's done well for himself, and I'm proud of him. My fourth child that everybody is keen to know where he comes from is here, and his mother is my sister, and there are certain people who give birth to children whom they abandon. They just let them go, and they just leave the responsibility to their mothers. Now, his mother and myself, I've used her for many experiments in my career, in my journey. I used her mother's money for my amateur business ventures when I was very young. And always in the book, anytime I borrow money from her, I'll bring it back, and I never brought it back. I use it and the money goes missing. But all business ventures that I was keen to do, I was born a businessman and I was experimenting with stuff. Anyway, so when this boy was growing up, he had no father in his life. So at 7 years old, I took over his care, and I raised him as my own child. I paid school fees, money, food, everything. Finally, I encouraged him to come to the United States. He came here, he went to college, he completed college. He has set up his own business in the medical field. He owns a medical practice at the moment. And he's married now with 2 kids, and I would like you to meet Robert.
First of all, I want to say thank you to my father, and I want to thank everyone for coming. I remember when he first told me that, hey, I have a book that's online. And I said, okay, when do you write a book? He said, okay, I told you I was going to write a book one day. And I said, yes, I remember when you told me I was going to write a book one day. So he told me, okay, just go on Amazon, you see the book. I went to Amazon. As soon as I see the book, I bought about 5 or 10 copies, and then I decided just to give the books out. But I haven't read the book. I haven't read it. So when my copy came in, I just opened. I just started looking at the book, just flipping through the pages, and I found my name in there. And I'm like, oh, this is a good story to read. I started reading my whole story, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is a true story. So everything in the book is true. Everything is 100% correct. So if it wasn't him, I don't know what could have been right now. I was in a village to myself. I was there, and the village life is different. It's compared to here, it's completely different. And whatever you see on the TV sometimes, that's what happens in Africa. People are dying all the time, and sometimes like little disease like mosquito bite can even kill you. Yeah, so me being here today. Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, so me being here today is a blessing for me being here. And I have 2 kids now, and I've married almost about 10 years now. That me and my wife have been together, and then well, what was I gonna say? I just want to say thank you everybody for coming, and then try to read the book. It will change your life a lot because we have a big story in the family. We have a whole lot of stories in the family. So thank you so much for everyone coming today.
Now, throughout my career, I have worked with many people. Now, I have employees that work for me, work with me, and some of them are here. So I would like to introduce them, and when I call your name, you're going to come here. Can I see Shannon? Come over. Is John Klein here? John Klein is not here. Robin Lewis is here. Patrice is not here. Vegas, okay. Uche is here. Beautiful. So I work with Robin is one of our next practitioners. Shannon is our medical assistant, and Uche is my next practitioner. There are two more that are not here. So thank you for working with me. You want to say something? Want to say something? All right. Okay. Thank you very much for coming. Now, I have also worked with very challenging group of patients who are unfortunate to be what we call mentally challenged. They are physically disabled and they are mentally disabled. And I'm the medical director for the group. It's called Ada F. McKinley. And I work with the nurses that tax themselves to look after these people. Now, some of them are here, and I want to introduce them to you. Some of them have read the book. So I'd like to call upon Ola. Is Ola here? Ola, come over. And also, I think Lonnie is here. Lonnie, brilliant. And is Miss Darling? No, Darling is not here. Pat is not here. So can you come forward, please? All right. Okay. So I say something. Of course.
Well, my name is Lonnie Hall, and I am the Director of Nursing for Ada S. McKinley Group Home. Dr. Awah is our primary care physician, and for our population of intellectually delayed adults. And Dr. Awah is a very wonderful man. He's really easy to get along with, and as you know, nurses want to run it. Sometimes you don't have to say, no, we're not going to do it like that today. Anyway, I read Dr. Awah's book, and it was very interesting. I did make a trip to Ghana some years ago, and it was really very interesting and very humbling. Now, a lot of the things that Dr. Awah went through, because I'm from Mississippi, and it is a lot, people don't realize it, a lot like the Ghanaian villages. You know, the home that I was raised in, we didn't have inside plumbing, and we didn't even have, I guess, hot water.